Hey everybody, we're live. It is 9 o'clock. Um, what you see is Alameda County Supervisor Nate Miley, but you don't hear either he or anybody else because, well, the meeting hasn't started, and I don't think it's appropriate to share what they believe are private conversations in public. But what? So you'd say, but look, why have them on and why not just wait? Well, the reason I have them on this way is because I didn't intend to. When I put the link in and I set it up and I hit Zoom webinar, boom, they came up. And I thought, oh, let me put them on mute, or so I did. But this underscores a big problem, folks. And the big problem is that the Oakland County Coliseum Joint Powers Authority does not have an effective live stream system. In fact, technically, it doesn't have one. It is a manual system that asks you essentially to download Zoom, to then put in your passcode, or and also put in the link so that you can actually participate. And so this Byzantine cumbersome system, which is why we don't have a lot of people in the meetings. It's not that they don't want to attend, especially considering everyone's love for sports and sports business. It's not easy. It's not made to be easy. And I do believe that could be a legal issue because the public does deserve the right to know. This is a matter of access. The law allows access, and it's important that we respect the spirit of the law rather than say, okay, we're doing something, which is basically the minimum amount of effort to allow the public to attend the Joint Powers Authority meetings in a cyber way. So this is something we do need to straighten out. You know, it's not the best situation to say the least. And I say rest in peace, George Atkinson, and all of the Raider greats that have passed away this year. Okay, so I'm waiting to start. They're going and all of that. So let's see where we're at. And I think what I'll do is I'll go back to StreamYard here. There, right. And then I'll see where we're at with the Zoom. Well, I know where we're at because they're on the Zoom. Yeah, yeah. So we're waiting. Like I said, hey, everybody, welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. The Coliseum Joint Powers Authority meeting hasn't started. That's Alameda County Supervisor Dave Halbert, Alameda County Supervisor Nate Miley. There is the Joint Powers Authority room. The people, I believe let's see what we've got going here. I think we're ready, or are we? Let me see what's going on. I turned the music down. Let me see. I believe it might be time to turn it up. Volume audio settings there. And let's see here.
Good morning. Welcome to the special meeting of the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Authority for Friday, December 19th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
There we go. We're ready.
For members of the public wishing to speak on an agenda item, when it's time for the public to address the items on the agenda, we will announce it, and you will be prompted to raise your hands. Please wait for this invitation before doing so. Please keep your hands raised so that we can see how many speakers are in the queue. Call on speakers one by one, noting the last name associated with each raised hand. Members of the public wishing to comment on items not on the agenda may do so during open forum. We will begin with a roll call, and we'll ask our members that are remote to please turn on their cameras. When I call your name, please say present. Commissioner Halbert.
Present.
Commissioner Houston. Commissioner Houston.
This is the first time we've ever done a roll call.
Commissioner Iglesias.
Present. Present.
Commissioner Thompson.
Present.
Commissioner Vukasin. Commissioner Vukasin.
He's absent.
Vice Chair Jenkins.
Present.
Chair Miley.
Present.
I see Member Houston in the queue. Commissioner Houston, are you present?
He may not have his volume on.
I don't see him.
Is he in the queue? Do you see him?
I think he came on and dropped off. And there he is again. All right.
Back on? Okay.
Commissioner Houston, are you present?
Hello, this is the District Director, Councilmember Houston. He's having some technical difficulties. He's mitigating on his interview.
He asked if somebody could just send the link.
Okay, we're gonna let. Thank you. So we don't have.
We don't have quorum yet then.
Director Gardner, did somebody email?
Okay.
And I would ask that, Vice Chair
Is it me?
Jenkins, chair the meeting, since I'm road.
So what I heard is you want me to chair, Commissioner?
Yes.
Chair. Okay, we'll do.
Oh boy.
To the parliamentarian, is it possible for us to do open forum without quorum?
Yes, it is possible. It's not, you may need to do it again if there's, once you get quorum, but you could start, and then if there's no one else who wants to speak again, that would be okay.
While we're waiting on Commissioner Houston, can we go to open forum?
Next item is open forum. For members of the public wishing to speak on an item not on the agenda, please raise your hands. After your name is called, you will have 2 minutes to speak. Noting Mr. Abraham in the queue. Mr. Abraham, I'm unmuting you. Mr. Abraham, your 2 minutes begins.
Yeah, thank you, Council President and Chair. I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, and thank everyone for the work that they've taken time to do in the interest of the public. This is a great facility, and I'd like to dedicate this for myself, this meeting to my friend who just passed away recently, the great Oakland Road Safety George Atkinson. And also, just want to issue some a plea for change in the live stream system. The problem is that it's cumbersome to enter, and it's easy for me but I'm in the business. But I believe the reason why we don't have a great number of people that attend online by any means is because of this rather Byzantine set of steps that they have to go through to get online just to watch the meeting. I'm pretty certain the law wasn't constructed with that in mind in terms of accessibility. And I really believe that just having a simple live stream set up, putting a laptop there, putting camera on, and starting it with the Coliseum JPA YouTube channel, as one suggestion, is a great way to let the public in. Anyway, in closing, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas until I talk again, and a great Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mr. Abraham. Chair Jenkins, that is everyone in the queue for open forum.
Okay, I think that's about all we can do.
Until we get Ken Houston back. Are they still working on that?
I just emailed him the link.
So,
No,
let's just wait.
but I think we should wait.
Yeah, just wait. It is, well, there's a lot of action required.
Hey, no one said Merry Christmas back. Notice. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but they didn't even say Merry Christmas back. Yeah, the audio is scrambled. There's something wrong there.
I just feel bad for the people who should.
Is there anything for me, Abby? Yes. Merry Christmas.
We could go ahead with her report. There's no action. She's just, this information is all in the back. They don't prove it.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Let's just see what's happening.
Oh. Yeah, one of my viewers said, I said, can't even hear because the audio even comes in weird on my system, and I think, and it may be, hey everybody, I'm actually streaming it right now, but yeah. No, I've streamed for years. Yeah. Oh, I know what the problem is. I just figured it out. It's a echo cancellation issue. She's okay. She's getting older, and and it's my job to make her happy, and that's what yeah. So I'm just, but
There he is.
okay, cool. All right. Hey, thanks for
Councilmember
calling.
Houston, are you present?
Yes, I am. I'm so sorry. Zoom link is not working. I had to use someone else's phone. Good morning.
Good morning. Chair, with that, I show 6 members present, 1 excused.
Okay, so let's go to approval of the minutes.
Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes from the November 21st committee meeting. Commissioners, are there any comments on the minutes before a motion?
No, only if it's emergency circumstances. If it's on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on this item? Mr. Abraham, I see your hand raised in the queue.
Oh,
I have.
I did not intend to speak on that specific item at the time, so I apologize. It might have been just a glitch on my part. Mental glitch.
No idea what it is.
No worries.
Seems like a latent hand. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
A second.
Thompson, Houston.
All right. As we are remote, I will call the roll. Commissioner Halbert.
I vote yes, thank you.
Commissioner Houston.
Aye.
Commissioner Iglesias.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Chair Miley.
Aye.
And Vice Chair Jenkins.
Aye.
Motion is approved with 7 ayes. Next item on the agenda are reports from the Executive Director and General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair and members of the Commission. I have 4 items to report. material. I know it. The first is amending the agreement with AEG, who's the general manager of the facility. This is an amendment to the existing agreement, and it is for time extension only. This agreement is scheduled to expire on June 30th of 2026. Given the fact that we need to continue operating and continue booking our events and making sure that we do not end up with a dark facilities, we are recommending that the agreement be extended until December 31st of 2026. And with that, unless you have some questions, I would recommend approval of extending the AEG management agreement from until December 31st, 2026. And if there are no questions, I would recommend approval. Thank you very much.
All right. Are there any questions for the commissioners?
I have a question.
All right.
Mr. Gardner,
Yes,
considering we are receiving requests through 2027, is this something that once approved today can also be revisited if it needs to be extended again? Or is that something that should be entertained now?
We will update you as we move along. For those who are not, the commissioners who are not on the ad hoc committee advising the staff, we are approving these, all of our events up to December 31st of 2026 for the arena. And for the stadium, we're reviewing those on a case-by-case basis. As we get into next year, depending upon the estimated close date for the sale of the property, we will have to extend all of these agreements further so we can continue operating.
Thank you.
Any more questions from the commissioners? Seeing no questions from the commissioners, we need a motion.
We do need a motion. There is a resolution that for each of these, if you prefer, we can move to those resolutions as we take these, or I can go through all of them and you can.
Let's go through your reports and then we'll go to the resolutions under new business.
The second is an amendment to also an existing agreement. That is the stadium concession license agreement. That's the concessionaire for the stadium. That contract is scheduled to expire at the end of March of next year. So that one is actually more urgent than the other two. There is a proposed change in that agreement. The current agreement provides for a 5% management fee based on the gross receipts. We have negotiated with Saver, SMG, to modify the percentage, and we're recommending, with the advice and recommendation of our outside consultant, having gone through this rather carefully, to reduce the amount to 2.5%. However, the 2.5% will be based on the gross receipts. We take some risks in doing this, but based on our current performance, we think it's a fair and reasonable proposal. And we will recommend approval when you get to the resolution for that. We also are providing in this agreement a 90-day notice to them with some conditions. Should either of the proposed purchasers purchase the property, consummate their transaction prior to the expiration of the agreement. I should go back to AEG because we're providing in that agreement a 120-day notice. If we receive notice that the sale of the property by either purchaser is proceeding and is likely to be consummated in less time than 120 days. So 120 days notice for AEG, 90-day notice for Saver. And the notice for AEG is longer because their responsibilities are much more complicated than either concessionaires. They are managing this entire complex, all of the contracts that we have now and likely to enter into in the future. So it will be necessary to have a longer wind down period for AEG. That then lead us to the third concession agreement. That's the Levy Arena concession agreement. And that one is for extension of time only. It would go to, it would be extended to December 31st, 2026. And there is also a 90-day notice in that agreement as well. So those are the three agreements. And then lastly, there is a resolution authorizing the reimbursement of excess funds to the city and the county. At the beginning of the fiscal year, we request contributions from the city and the county. It's an equal amount. I think this year that just expired, it was 10 million each, I think. At the end of the year, if we're successful, and we have been in the last few years, we've not required all of those contributions. So at the end of the fiscal year ending June 30th, we have excess funds of a total of $6,730,000. Half of that amount, $3,365,000 would be returned to the city, and $3,365,000 will be returned to the county. There are resolutions for all four of these items. If you have any questions about any of them, I'd be happy to respond to them now.
Commissioner Houston.
Can't hear Ken. Can't hear Ken at all. If Ken is trying to talk, I think.
I have a question.
Is that Councilmember Houston?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Commissioner Houston?
Good morning, Mr. Henry Gardner. Can you explain a little bit of who recommended that 2.5% of that reduction that you spoke about? Who recommended that?
Yes. We have used Chris Bigelow over the years to participate in the negotiations and to advise us on all of the concession agreements. He has been involved in these concession agreements over a long period of time, long before I came out here. And when the agreements have come up for renewal or extension, we have also relied on his counsel. He has an extensive background, not just with us, but across the country, advising owners of these facilities when they negotiate these concession agreements with various concessionaires. And so we relied on him. He reviewed this. He recommended, all things considered, that it was a fair and reasonable arrangement to reduce the management fee of 5%, which was based on the net profits, to 2.5% based on the gross receipts. And given our past performance, we're comfortable with that arrangement. And again, we think it's fair and reasonable.
So we're saying we'll cut it in half?
Well, no,
that
it's not
doesn't
just
make business sense.
I'm sorry for interrupting. No, it's not just cutting in half. Remember, the 5% is based on net profits. And so depending on what the net profits are, it could be more or less than the 2.5% based on the gross receipts. So moving from a 5% based on net profits to 2.5% based on gross receipts. Again, we take some risks in doing that, but there are risks both ways.
I hear you. I got that. I'm just real concerned about how things are being ran in the city and not ran like business. That's the problem we got with the city of Oakland. and running like a nonprofit, it should be ran like a business. So I'm concerned about anything when I hear reduced or not putting the full foot forward to treat the city like a business so we can grow great businesses instead of depending on grants and all that stuff. So anytime I hear reduction, I got a question mark come up.
If I might, Mr. Vice Chair, Commissioner Houston, I am the executive director of the authority. I am not at City Hall. If I were, I would hope that you would say something different. But I'm only responsible for what happens out here.
Okay. I appreciate your comment. Thank you.
Commissioner Halbert?
Yes, thank you. With regard to the excess funds that we will be returning to the city and the county, I believe the answer to this is yes. That is inclusive of all the operations, the arena and the stadium combined. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Wonderful. Now, I thank AAEG for doing what they do to book everything at both the arena and the stadium. But it occurs to me that they're not able to book anything but a special event at the stadium. They're not able to book license agreements for lack of consent. If I could understand that better, I think it's lack of consent from the transaction the county has with CWP. If they're not able to do their job fully, how can we expect them or hold them accountable to doing it? And/or how can we empower them to fully book the stadium?
I am not competent to respond completely to your question. I will say generally, there are provisions in both the city's agreement and in the county's agreement, and they're not the same, that have the potential for constraining the bookings. We're trying to work those through. But I'm not competent to speak to either of those disposition agreements because they're not authority agreements.
I would just hope we would do everything we can to empower AAEG to do the fullest, most complete job that they can. And I appreciate all of your attention and our attention to this. Thank you.
Thank you. And I don't see any more comments from the commissioners. Did you want to continue your report?
That completes my report, yes.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair.
So 5B, General Manager's report.
We should take public speakers.
Oh, public speakers. Do we have public speakers?
Members of the public wishing to speak on the item, please raise your hand so that I can unmute you in the queue.
So we'll take in person first.
We have one speaker in person.
All right, Damian Rainey. Quick question, or I don't know forget how this works, but is there any kind of a carve out for local businesses to become concessionaires? A lot of times in other cities that's used as a, starting at the stadium can be an incubator or a path to a brick and mortar business. So I don't know if that's in the contract or not, but I know there's a couple of people that I can identify by sight that are already working in the stadium, but that's just something I wanted to see if it's possible or if that's already included. And the second question was, it's about the money that gets refunded back to the city and the county. I'm curious, once, I think there's a payment from the Warriors that ends this year. So I was just wondering, will that kind of shift the mathematics or the money that would come back to the county and the city in the future? I mean, this is projecting, things in the future. We don't know how the receipts will go up and down, but that was just a curiosity. Quick question I had.
Thank you.
Mr. Vice Chair,
Yes, you don't have to respond.
yes.
Somebody will get with you afterwards.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'd rather do that.
Moving to our speakers on Zoom, Mr. Abraham, I see you have asked to speak. I have unmuted you.
Thank you.
You may begin your comments.
Council President. Thank you very much. This regards the give back to the city and the county. I think given that we have a pending ownership change, given that there's some uncertainty with the AEG situation, my suggestion is that 50% of that money be retained and used, first of all, to solve those immediate problems, but also something else. And I know that all of this isn't going to cover that amount, but there is a 141 item punch list that goes back to 1996 regarding items that of improvements that needed to be done to the Coliseum, and those items, save for 7 that I can think of off the top of my head, have not been done. That was fall under maintenance. So rather than just simply a quick give back to the city and the county, and I agree with Mr. Houston here, we need to bring that money back and say, what do we need to improve and take care of, and then share after that's done, share the rest of the city and the county, but not in this just blanket rule. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abraham. Let's hear that is all the members of the public wishing to speak.
Thank you. Let's move to the General Manager's report.
Good morning and happy holidays. I'll start with the event activity and the added events. Added events are the 90s Bonda Tour, February 13th, 2026, B2K, March 20th, 2026, Jackson Wang, April 2nd, 2026, PBR, April 11th, 2026, Rosalia, July 6th, 2026, and Forrest Frank, July 14th, 2026. One postponed event from this month, Cash Money Millionaires, 30th anniversary. That'll be postponed to a TBD date in 2026. 2025 has absolutely flown by. It has been another outstanding year for the Oakland Coliseum complex. In the spirit of celebration, here are just a few of the incredible highlights. 100+ concerts, sporting events, family shows, and private events, bringing thousands and thousands of guests to the property. The inaugural Oakland Roots season at the Coliseum, Major League Cricket, and the Mexico versus Japan soccer match. Our largest private event in property history in September with the total complex buyout. Oakland Arena being featured in the end-of-year top performing lists for industry publications, Billboard and Polestar. 3 incredible community events supporting kids and families in Oakland and Alameda County. The list goes on and on. I'm so proud of our team and their hard work and the dedication in making this complex truly special. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners? I see a hand raised from the commissioners. Chair Miley and then Commissioner Halbert.
Yes, two questions. Did she say that one of the events was the largest sellout in the history of the complex?
So we had a private event that rented the stadium, the arena, and the parking lot, and it was our biggest private event we've ever had on the property.
Who was that?
I don't know. Is it public? I don't know if it's public. So it was a private event.
Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me.
Well,
what?
Why
Whoa.
can't we, why is it public I don't understand.
What the heck is this?
Maybe council can explain.
When somebody has a private event, it's not open to the public. It's
Yeah,
not on
yeah.
Ticketmaster. You can't buy tickets, and it's not
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the
Like,
public's not invited to it.
But you're reporting now to the JPA. We are a public body. I don't understand why we can't either. You can't report publicly to us what the event was, or if you can't do it publicly, I guess can you tell us in private?
This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Because I'm quite interested in knowing. I mean, since I've been around for a while, what event this was. This sounds pretty spectacular.
I can call you after this.
Yeah, there's nothing in the law about
Then the other
it.
thing is, with the Super Bowl coming up, are we looking to host the Super Bowl party?
As of this time, there's nothing booked to host a Super Bowl party. We do have inquiries coming in for that Super Bowl week in February. We're taking inquiries for arena concerts and potentially events out in the parking lot. So nothing is confirmed or public or on sale yet, but we are actively taking inquiries for having events that week of Super Bowl.
Okay, that'd be great. I think once again, I know people have inquired, and I do think it's an opportunity for us, even though the Super Bowl will be down there in Santa Clara, and a lot of activities take place there, as well as San Francisco, and maybe we can get to the crumbs.
Okay. Commissioner, does that complete you, Chair Miley?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Jenkins.
Commissioner Halbert?
Yes, and Nicole, thank you for all you do. I'm sensitive to your inability to fully book the stadium. Could you please comment on any prospects for the stadium anytime in 2026 or beyond? And if there are special events, what might those be? And you mentioned cricket. If I'm not mistaken, we're hoping to return with them in 26. If that would be a special event or a license agreement, what are the prospects?
I think before she responds, because you've asked what is actually a legal question, whether or not the cricket event would be a special event or a license agreement. I don't know if Councilor Jordan is prepared to respond to that, but it's a legal question. It's been discussed amongst the staff over long periods of time. What constitutes a special event? What constitutes a license agreement?
No, I cannot speak to that directly. It's that specific agreement is not on the agenda, and we have not finalized the terms of that agreement yet.
Was last year's agreement a special event or a license agreement?
Yes, last year's agreement was a special event.
Is there a difference between why cricket would be a special event and Roots is treated as a license?
Again, we cannot speak to that on the record at this time.
Mm-hmm. It's curious and feels like a double standard to me, but I'll take it offline and ask that we get to the bottom of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Halbert. Commissioner Houston?
Yes, thank you. I'd like to ask Ms. Nicole a question about, she said they were taking inquiries. How are we publicizing that we will take in for the Super Bowl? Because it might be individuals out there, like that private person that Supervisor Miley said, asked the question about who that was, might want to do it. It might be just as successful. So how are we, I know we're taking inquiries, but how are we publicizing they're hoping to take, so we can go for the highest bidder, or who is most responsible?
Yes, we're actively marketing and communicating to all of our constituents and promoters and everyone that we've worked with in the past regarding private events. So we're actively communicating that we're open and available that week to host events.
Beautiful. So in that closed session that you're going to share with Supervisor Myron about the private person that made the largest events, can I see what we're sending out to our constituents, our people, to advertise for the Super Bowl? Because this is huge. This is huge. Because you know the Bay Area likes to party. They like to enjoy. They love sports. And it's a legendary Coliseum. So I like to see that in our concept.
Thank you, Commissioner Houston. With that, we'll take it to public comment.
Vice Chair Jenkins, I see one member of the public with their hand raised in the queue. Mr. Abraham, I have unmuted you and to allow you to speak. Your 2 minutes begins.
Thank you, Council President and Chair. The California Public Records Act prohibits us from having an undisclosed, fully undisclosed private event. The event can be private, but the records related to that event must be public and transparent. And that goes for every operation that's connected with the Coliseum, including AASEG. There's no exception. So this is a mess, and although not a major one, it could be, and it needs to be cleaned up. Now, regarding the Super Bowl, what we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, is a situation that happens when you don't have an NFL team. When we did have one 10 years ago, we had the gospel series, we had a number of NFL events, we had an event in Children's Fairyland, events at the Coliseum, and we knew what they were by now. This is a mess. And with Super Bowl 60 just a couple of months away, we're not showing what we're doing. And this is awful. It is an absolutely awful situation. And it's also why I suggested a task force rather than what we have with free agents. We have AASEG one doing one thing, and Ray doing his thing. Everyone's doing their thing. I'm media for the Super Bowl, for a day, for week of game. All right? Whatever. What about the collective? What about us? And aren't we working together? I keep saying this, and it just goes through one ear and out the other. We got to work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Does that conclude public comment?
Yes, Vice Chair, that concludes public comment.
Come on.
You have one, or is there another?
All right, Damian Rainey again. That all sounds like great news. I missed all the part about the number. Like we were top. The facility was top 10 for the Billboard as far as bringing in revenue. I think that's a huge story that can be magnified. That hey, this play, even if nothing happens for the Super Bowl, I mean the attention of the world will be on us. So that if we were able to have this story that says, hey, we may not have these teams, but this facility is bringing in more money than it has ever brought it. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. You guys can work with the language, but really stressing that how successful this facility has been with the teams leaving. I think that's a huge story that just isn't being magnified enough. But But yeah, all that sounds like great news, and I've gone to several of the events in this new configuration, and it's been a great time. So thank you all.
Thank you. Seeing that we've concluded public comment, let's go to new business.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to underscore, Ms. Nicole, our gratitude for continuing to make sure that the Coliseum remains active. We recognize the limitations that are at play. Certainly supporting Commissioner Harbert's concern about the stadium, but we also recognize that this could have been a very different kind of report So I just want to go on public record thanking you and thanking your team for your commitment to doing that, and also encouraging us to continue to see how we can build it out so that this can remain. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to item 6.
Vice Chair Jenkins, you have 4 items of new business. Your first item is a resolution authorizing the executive director to negotiate and enter into a third amendment to the Coliseum Complex Management Agreement with AEG Management Oakland LLC for a term through December 31st, 2026.
I have reported on that item under the executive director's report, and I recommend approval of the resolution.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move the resolution.
Second.
And then we'll take do we need to take public comment on each of the resolutions, or is it just the item?
Each resolution. Each one.
Okay.
Members of the public wishing to speak should raise their hand in the Zoom queue or come to the podium. Noting Mr. Abraham has his hand raised. Mr. Abraham, your 2 minutes begins now. I've asked you to unmute.
Actually, I pressed it to the down and didn't say anything. I apologize, Council President.
No worries.
Who's speaking?
Was that a latent hand?
He didn't mean to.
Oh, Lord.
It's seeing that was a latent hand. We have a motion and a second.
On the roll for the item to approve the resolution with AEG, extending the contract with AEG. Commissioner Hobart?
I vote yes.
Commissioner Houston?
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Commissioner Houston? Commissioner Houston has his hands raised.
You want to finish with the rest of the roll?
Commissioner Iglesias?
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson?
Aye.
Chair Miley?
Aye, and I want to co-sign what Commissioner Thompson mentioned prior.
And Vice Chair Jenkins?
Aye.
Commissioner Houston, would you unmute to register a vote?
Can we excuse him?
Yes.
Excuse him from this vote.
Seeing therefore a vote of 5 ayes, 1 excused.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Commissioner Houston, would you like to register a vote?
Yes.
A vote of 6. A vote of 6 ayes. Moving to your second item of new business. A resolution authorizing the executive director to negotiate and enter into a first amendment to the concessions license agreement with SMG Food and Beverage LLC, concession licensee for the Oakland Alameda County Complex Coliseum Stadium with a term through December 31st, 2026, with payments to concession license of 2.5% of gross receipts.
Move the resolution.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second.
Vice Chair, I see no one with their hands raised in the queue on Zoom. Any members wishing to speak on the item should come to the podium as well. If they're in public. They're in person.
Let's go to the well.
Go.
On the resolution, Commissioner Hobart,
I vote yes.
Commissioner Houston,
Yes.
Commissioner Iglesias,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Miley,
I vote yes, and I want to thank staff for the work they've done on this item.
and Vice Chair Jenkins.
Aye.
Approved with a vote of 6 ayes. Moving to your third item of new business, a resolution approving the Second Amendment to the Arena Concessions License Agreement with Levi Premium Food Service Limited Partnership for food and beverage concession services in the Oakland Arena.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move the resolution.
Miley,
Second.
Thompson,
On the motion by Miley and Thompson, seeing no one in public or on Zoom wishing to speak. Commissioner Halbert,
I vote yes.
Commissioner Houston,
Yes.
Commissioner Iglesias,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Miley,
But again, I want to thank staff for the work they've done on this particular item as well.
and Vice Chair Jenkins.
aye.
Motion is approved with 6 ayes. Your final item of new business, a resolution authorizing a reimbursement of excess operation funds for fiscal year 2024-2025 to the City of Oakland and the County of Alameda for a portion of their subsidy payment in the total amount of $6,730,000.
So I'll move approval. We need our money.
I second it.
We have, Vice Chair, we have one member of the public wishing to speak on this item on Zoom. Mr. Abraham, I have asked you to unmute. Your 2 minutes begins.
Thank you very much. I'm going to register an objection as the issue stands, and again suggest that part of that money be retained by the Coliseum for any maintenance items that are outstanding or undone. We didn't get a report on that. We have to pay some attention to problems outstanding and make sure that they're solved. And also use the money for marketing. We don't market well enough at all, as evidenced by the last discussion regarding the Super Bowl. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abraham. Are there any members in person wishing to speak?
Let's go to roll call.
Seeing none, on the motion by Vice Chair Jenkins, seconded by Commissioner Houston. Commissioner Halbert,
I vote yes.
Commissioner Houston,
Yes.
Commissioner Iglesias,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Miley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Jenkins.
Aye.
Motion approved by a vote of 6 ayes.
On to item number 7. This meeting is adjourned.
This meeting is ended December 19, 2025 at the time of 9:58 a.m.
Yep. So,
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you all.
so that meeting is over, folks. The meeting of the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Joint Powers Authority has ended, and for this year, my thoughts. We're not healthy as an organization, and there's, it almost looks like what it is. It's, you have this one meeting of the board, but there's no organization that regularly meets. Henry doesn't have his kitchen cabinet or something like that regularly meets offline to discuss business, to discuss strategy, to give a public report to the public about what we're doing, to really advertise the facility. It's being operated as if it's just there, and that's the problem. It is a big problem, and so when these meetings happen and issues come up, like for example, this matter of this private event that no one knows about, or what's the name of, okay, that should not be. Well, we have to disclose, because it's disclosed in the record, who did the event, when, and what happened. All right? Private event means you can't enter it. All right, private. That's what private event means. That. Now, was it that kind of private event, or was it the kind of a private event where a private organization did the event? All right, but if a private organization did the event, there's still this discussion of access for a public facility. I remind everyone, this is a public facility. And then what will be the case when AESEG takes over, if they do? All right, because there was language that this was outstanding, or whenever the ownership changeover takes place. There's no set date. It keeps moving. It's being moved back, right? But no, we did not get an update. We did not get explanation where we're at, and all of these, all of these problems are such that you can't just say nothing. You have to say something. We need to look around. Well, I can tell you because I'm familiar with them. There are a number of facilities that are simply just not ran this way. Mercedes-Benz Stadium isn't ran this way with the Atlanta Falcons play. The the event places in New York, Met Stadium, which is really in New Jersey, it's not ran this way. There's a cohesion there. There's an idea that something is happening. Whereas in our case, it's just AESEG and their little events at the state at the arena and nothing else. And this specter of an empty stadium, nothing happening, looms large. Worse, a specter of an empty stadium, nothing happening, and no active owner of the Coliseum because the city was in the process of winding things down without having the ownership in place first. So why are we doing this all so fast, trying to wind this down, and yet the ownership isn't in place? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. None. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay? And I don't care that someone doesn't pay attention to what I say. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It simply means that the people who are doing it wrong. And the way we overcome that is we all get together. And that's where public-private task forces are of value. We do not have such an entity right now. And, although I did just think of an alternative, a way around it. Okay? I did think of a way around it. So, it was a disappointing meeting in that I would have loved to have heard, hey, we have this event and that event and that event and that event for Super Bowl 60. It's on this website. Nothing. Okay? Nothing like that. Very disappointing meeting. All right. So, as far as the audio situation, I know you can hear me, right? But that has to do with the audio situation, has to do with me talking through the system. Actually, although last time, the last time I spoke, everyone seemed to be able to hear me. So maybe they figure out how to adjust things on their end. Whatever. All right. So, unless anybody else has, you're watching. Thank you for watching, by the way. I'm going to stop this. Well, wait a minute. I'm not going to stop it because there is one matter I want to go through. I think it's very important to go back and go through it, and I'll put the board package up here, right here. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Let's see here. share screen, Word package. Okay, so there's the board package. All right, I'm going to enlarge it a bit. So, and then one more time. Okay. Okay, so we had reports about AEG management extension that was done, SMG Saver Stadium concession license agreement done, Levy Arena done, resolution regarding reimbursement of funds. And we got the new business out of the way. And then we adjourned, okay? In the report, all right, it reads this AAG management agreement, okay? It be consummated. It's being extended by an additional 6 months. All this has to do with the ownership situation, okay? All right? And so and so they just extended that by 6 months. So it's going to take us to December 31st to 2026. All right? By then, hopefully, we'll have an owner. There's something wrong on the other side, apparently. Okay? And then Levy Area Concession License Agreement. And then there was something, however, that I noted in this. And so, yeah, it says, this was right here. Given the uncertainty of whether the proposed sale of the complex will be consummated by June 30th, okay? My point is this. That's a big issue, all right? You don't know when the ownership is going to come, all right? So my thought is this should be done in a reverse way. Rather than wind everything down, wait until the ownership is in place and then start winding things down. Rather than in this situation where we have to extend these agreements, because also it begs the question, where is the ownership situation? And this is why I said that the Joint Powers Authority should remain in operation even with a new owner. A new owner should not mean, oh, we wipe our hands of things. I really object to that. It's going to make it's going to make a lot of people look bad with all of this stuff undone and this piecemeal operation. Well, we're trying to fix this here. Well, we have to fix that there. All right, that's not a good thing. It isn't a good thing, and we really need to clean that up. So I wanted to make that point. Okay. Anyway, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a happiest New Year of all. Well, very happy New Year. I said well because I was thinking I might have another live stream on this before the New Year, and I think I will have my own live stream in the Coliseum and JPA before the end of the year. All right. I'll see you all later. God bless you. And happy holidays.